Hello and welcome to the Raw Review. We are the Dudley Boys of WhatCulture. I'm Adam Wilbourn, joined by Hamflett Michael Sidgwick, here to review everything that happened on last night's episode of Raw. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube, where we do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review Raw, but also SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete with a bloody good quiz, of course, on Wrestle Culture. As I said, though, joined by Hamflett and Sidgwick to review last night's Raw, and the Garden will always be the Garden.
The Mecca. Not a church, but holy ground for the Hitman. And a great event as a result, like a proper spectacle Monday Night Raw. And I say all that because I want to be honest and balanced and all that sort of stuff. A far, far greater show than the sum of its parts. When we go through this, as we do, and review it bit by bit, I feel like I've got a lot of like niggling criticisms about a number of the things on it, but I still really enjoyed it. Like I felt they just absolutely flew by, totally bought into the event of it all. A WWE Madison Square Garden show, just like you remember it. Like, felt proper, felt like the big time, felt like the big deal. For the first time as well in this, and I don't know if it was because it was Madison Square Garden, and I've just bought into that mythology all my life. Like, I got a little bit of a lump in my throat would be an exaggeration. I felt something emotional.
Cried out with this.
Yeah, felt something emotional about John Cena actually finishing up on Raw as a wrestler. I don't know if it's because it's an actual end. SmackDown didn't count. It's only SmackDown. You know, like...
Sammy said, I wrestled his last match on SmackDown. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I went to DQ. Debbie Deeks by Cena. But, like, I got something out of that as a proper last, and it sort of set me up for how it'll probably feel on Saturday night's main event as well. A success.
Nice moment with the three of them as well.
Yeah. Great overall event night. Good Raw.
No. There was something I was actually really let down by. I felt like I was taking crazy pills on a few too many occasions. I have this feud with, this is probably not the best or healthiest way to, engage with it. But I felt like I'm taking crazy pills, and it's like, he's a popping for this. Like, what? What? There was something I had expectations for, and more fooled me because I was really let down. It's moment slop. So there was a lot.
Don't know what the LOP at the end of that word is, but the moments were good. Yeah,
it was moment slop.
Oh right, no.
Okay, we'll get into it. I will say, just not to be a complete dickhead, I'm going to be fair. I always am. I'm going to be fair about the thing I was let down by. Give them a little bit of a defense. Okay.
I wonder if that might be the same thing, actually.
Yeah, well, come to me first on that, I'll tell you. I'm going to be fair on the thing that I was let down by. And there were two other things on this show where I thought, you know what? That either worked or it didn't work. But fair play. Bold decision from the boring bastard.
So John Cena obviously enters this show to a huge ovation. Thank you, Cena. Deafening applause. He's wearing the New York Yankees. Punk called it.
Yep.
And he's got the IC title, of course. And he loves the enthusiasm from the crowd. Says New York City makes and breaks careers. Now at the end of his career, he looked around and saw people as far as the eye could see. And he thanks everyone in MSG. He says, we ready to start? Well, Madison Square Garden, the champ is here. You've allowed me to step on this stage in these hallowed halls for 23 years. A little bit more extra enthusiasm in the air.
A little bit.
Because tonight is the last time we can talk together in Madison Square Garden on Monday Night Raw. It's a bittersweet moment for me, a very important moment for me, and I want to take a second. And when he takes that second, he's interrupted by Dominic Mysterio.
You change that theme.
Yeah.
Yeah. He deserves way, I mean, a lot of them do, but he in particular deserves a lot better.
We will never, ever return to the good old days of the Alter Bridge riff interruption, which some would say plagued. I say graced Raw with its presence for about yes, they're back again.
There was that video, it was just a compilation of all of them.
That was when Punk was untouchable, because when they set that up, And he does that Triple H reaction that had been getting memed after he's beaten up Drew McIntyre, and he does and gets the grin over his face, realising what was going to happen. They were locked in once upon a time. It all used to click instead of just some of it.
Yeah. Dom says, nobody wants to hear what you have to say. John, last week you were handed a title shot, just like you've been handed everything else. I fought for everything I have. I want a rematch for my IC title. John's like, if you think I'm going to back down on my last Monday Night Raw, hell no. New York, how do you feel about this situation? What do you say tonight? The world's most famous arena, Dominic Mysterio face-to-face with John Cena for the Intercontinental Championship right here, right now. Let's go. Tom says, no. You see, we already did it your way. You had management on your side. You had your hometown on your side, so now we're going to do it my way. There's loud shut the F up chants, although John Cena convinces us that they're saying Choco Fun Cup. They're not saying that. Dominic Mysterio says...
Wouldn't be John Cena without him being awful.
Are you done?
That's the lie.
John says, are you done? Do you want to fight now or not? Dom says, no. Survivor Series. San Diego, California. My way. My home turf. And John Cena says, no problem. I accept. But here's where I have a problem. I told the world I'd have a match tonight on my last Monday Night Raw. So let's forget about this IC title. Let's focus on this crowd. But tonight, if you've got the guts, face me right here, right now, one-on-one. Take a chance at making history. Do you feel lucky, Punk? And what he particularly does when the rest of the Judgment Day, or I should say, Finn and JD walk down to the ring. Dom says, you're not going to get your final match on Raw. What you're going to get is your ass beat. And they jump him. Sheamus runs out to make the save, but the numbers game again catches up to them. But then Rey Mysterio runs out and immediately attacks his son. And the babyfaces clear the ring. Cena yells to get a referee out there for a 6-man tag match, which is immediately started.
So, as I say, elements of this, I loved. Elements, not so much. Sort of the theme of the show for me here. But, I really did love the stuff I loved. I thought John Cena was mostly excellent again. I've just enjoyed his conduction of these crowds so much. Sidge mentioned this at the very start of the year. The one issue with his heel turn, even when we thought it might rule, was that they finally entered a period where the fans just universally adore him. And it was really easy to remember a time where you never would have imagined that Madison Square Garden, for more than 3 seconds, could love John Cena as unanimously as they do. Yeah. And I've done it, in every building he's been in for the last little while. I've talked before on this podcast about my poor wife starting our honeymoon by going to Monday Night Raw and The Miz cashing in. But also on that Raw, 15 years ago this week, happy anniversary, Adele, John Cena said farewell to Monday Night Raw in the WWE universe.
Oh, yeah.
He's fired.
Because he was fired because of the Nexus stuff. And I put those two side by side last night of John Cena says goodbye to Raw forever. And then John Cena's last Raw. And she was like, is this the real one then? And I was like, I think it is, actually, yeah. Other than, he'll Hall of Fame and whatever. Yeah. And for that, I actually did. This is the point. Again, choked up is not the word, but he was making his entrance and he was taking his time with it. And I believed it. I just he did his little bit with Stu, the camera guy, and sort of took a longer look. And I actually believe this. It's Madison Square Garden. It's John Cena. He's done it. He sort of completed the game. And when you completed the game, you can sort of do what you want, which is how you end up with the tag you end up with. And Sheamus arrives, and Ray, I get a bit more because it is for Dom and stuff, but I'm seeing Sheamus on the ramp and I'm kind of going, you got anybody else back there? This is a bit almost like a bit of, sort of like a meme, isn't it? It's all the stars are here, the dream match you all asked for, the Judgment Day versus John Cena, Sheamus and Rey Mysterio as his third last match ever and last match on Raw. Who the hell asked for that? You had
probably John Cena, wasn't it?
You had nothing else in the chamber other than this. I know we fantasy booked a Judgment Day beatdown to set up a John Cena main event. That was with CM Punk and Cody Rhodes. That would have looked awesome.
You'd like to think, I'm going to defend, do what you used to do as a living. I'm going to stand up for WWE. If it weren't War Games, maybe they would have had a little, super group of Cena, Punk, Cody. But yet again, War Games ruins everything.
It really does.
I mean, I don't like John Cena very much. I've never been a fan of John Cena. In fact, I'm one of the last true remaining haters. I don't know if it's because I'm the list game or whatever, but every now and then I have to write something about 2008 to whatever era John Cena, and I challenge you. I issue a challenge. Go back and watch it for longer than 5 minutes, let alone that episodic run he did. He's one of the worst ever. Excruciating. Like, I'd rather, that thing, it's like, what you watching, Michael? Hardcore anal pornography. Rather than, The Undertaker doing his stupid little bullshit magic tricks that make me feel like I'm 4 years old, right? That feeling. John Cena in the Star Wars promo is as bad as anything. Ooh. It is as bad as anything. So John Cena saying goodbye, everyone's like, oh no, please stay. I'm like, I wish you'd never been in it. For me, if anything.
Tripping above yourself to knock the telly off. It's because John Cena's on it.
Yeah, thanks for the Umaga match, legitimately. I really like the JBL one as well. Big fan of a Crimson Mask. I just am. Thank you for Money in the Bank 2011. That's something I really liked, loved. But that only works if you're unbearable and omnipresent for that many years to make it feel like the relief. So thank you, and also no thank you. Thank you, but no thank you, John Cena. So when he's doing this whole thing, I don't care. I just don't. Okay. So it's like, funnily enough, when he's doing a retirement tour and he's doing his stuff on the retirement tour, it's got a ceiling for me, and it's, it's as low as that guy, the cave when you were eating in it. That's the ceiling for me. That is the ceiling. So yeah, I don't care. I will say the actual match was fun.
It was, wasn't it?
It was fun.
Had echoes of that one with that you enjoyed in spite of yourself. The Awesome Truth and John Cena.
Yes.
Right after WrestleMania 6-man.
Yeah.
Had echoes of that.
No, I didn't like that match. I liked R-Truth.
Oh, with the belt.
Yeah, that was good. That was actually good, that. Good bit of actual comedy.
Live, laugh, love. God, what a golden era.
I had my Royal Rumble 2008 moment then. Very broad.
So it was. Yeah, Cena, Sheamus.
Up for a flat.
Yeah. You got that for Dragunov Nakamura. Jesus Christ. That was knee one there.
Who was it? There was someone comparing it to.
He was ripping off Kurt Angle, bro.
That was it. No idea who Dragunov was.
You don't realize that not every wrestler has their own, everyone does a different move every single time. It's not really how it works. You're allowed to do a suplex.
See, it was Judgment Day versus Cena, Sheamus.
It's damn true. That would, if he was ripping off Kurt, if Ilya Dragunov was ripping off Kurt Angle, that's what that would actually be like. And I'm a man who loves to play with little boys. That's what it would sound like if Ilya Dragunov was really ripping off Kurt Angle.
Love that you went to that one.
Yeah.
It's Ray's first match in 7 months. Lucky that he had the "You Can't See Me" mask made, wasn't it? For the
yeah.
Him just walking around.
Handy that.
You right, Ray?
I'm going to get to use this or what? He's only got 3 matches left. Just drops it in at SummerSlam next year. It's a bit weird.
At least it's not. What was it? The Silver Surfer. What was the one that really pissed off Vince? Was it Silver Surfer?
I think so. The Silver Surfer and the nude man.
We've already done the cum thing.
Yeah,
and I'm fairly certain he once dressed up as a villain from Batman, wasn't it? Who was it?
The Joker, baby.
Anyway, Ray gets a hot tag, runs wild, sets up for a 619, but gets tripped by his own son. So kicks him in the face. Balor jumps in from behind. Judgment Day take over into the break. When we come back, there was a nice bit with the fans. During the break, I wanted to mention there was a nice bit with the fans chanting, "Who's your daddy?" to Dom. So he gave Ray the 3 amigos and then seems to hit a brainbuster at the end. Oh, cool. Ray fights back, fights off a double team, and we get the Cena hot tag, of course. Hits McDonough with shoulder tackle, side slam, 5-knuckle shuffle. Goes for an AA, but JD lands on his feet and hits a headbutt. Everyone comes in and hits moves. Cena's alone in the ring. McDonough hits Cena with a moonsault. There's a coup de grace from Balor and a frog splash from Dom. All the heels jump onto the pile, but all the baby faces, Ray and Sheamus, dive in to break it up. Then Sheamus, Ray, and Cena Ray with his own son, grab a member of the Judgment Day and hit the 10 beats of the Bodhrán. And then they all do the 5-knuckle shuffle with a nice bit from Sheamus saying, no, you stand in the middle, John. Ray gives Balor and JD McDonough a double 619. Sheamus hits Balor with a bro kick. Cena hits JD with an AA for the 1-2-3. Crowd are going bonkers. There's a lovely moment of Sheamus and Ray hugging. They leave together. They pose on the stage, and Cena looks into the camera and says, Monday Night Raw, that's all she wrote. Love you. Thank you.
Just nice.
Yeah.
Repeat the same take every week. They have absolutely figured out how to measure these John Cena matches, whether it be against AJ Styles and all the magic that was. Dominic Mysterio last week, the Sami Zayn one, if the finish was better. They being WWE, and I guess John Cena in collaboration, seem to have understood what's expected of him at this point in terms of the quality of the work and what people are there to see. Like you would want if you were a John Cena fan and buying a ticket. And I'm not really talking about Madison Square Garden in Boston, but some of these other shows that he's done in other towns where it just so happens that it's fallen in your city. You would want certain things from your experience of the last John Cena, and they've figured out in the babyface half of this run how to give them out every time, and you get great reactions, and it looks like the wrestlers. This is like when the wrestlers talk about wrestling Randy Orton on house shows because it's a night off, but in a way that actually entertains the people rather than bores them to tears.
Yeah.
Sort of perfect.
I mean, I'm not that complicated. If it's well done and people are really, really into it, it does become irresistible.
Mm-hmm.
I've got those embers of that wrestling love, down away, but they're still there. You can't not put a smile when you watch something like this. And in amidst the biggest mistake they made was trying to do this John Cena stuff with ambition. Because it transpires that the least ambitious match imaginable is the one that people are really into and make the most noise for. This was precisely that. But even when they didn't have to do anything really except goof off and the infectious energy was just going to sort of circulate all over that arena, in amidst all of it, there was a really dramatic save when they did the pylon. You thought, all right, well, that's 3 covers. There's way more chance of that being the finish. I got by that. I quite enjoyed the match for what it was. What followed was spiritual agony.
Yes, I was going to say there's a bit with Paul Heyman that we'll get to in a second, but during a break, we see Andrew Schultz and some guys from the New York Giants, including Cam Scatterbo, and they get into it, basically, the Giants and Schultz, with the Judgment Day, because Schultz talks about Dom being a bitch, so Dom gets in his face. Scatterbo stands up, shoves JD McDonough down, and a brawl kicks off, is the most kindest way to explain what happened here.
This was, if there's nor ever create such a scale for this. But if there was a scale of what are you doing, you stupid dickhead? Who do you think you are? Celebrity involvements in pro wrestling. Cream of the crop, yeah, is the Gooch.
The Gooch is here.
Because the Gooch, if you don't know who the Gooch is or you've suppressed that memory, the Gooch was the guy. He was moxing out a little bit. He was moxing out with pointless dark makeup. Who was basically trying to steal focus from Mike Tyson
and Henry Cejudo
on Dynamite, and he was basically putting himself forward and trying to portray himself as the hardest and most sinister guy.
He's the Gooch.
I'm the Gooch, bitch. I'm the Gooch.
Gooch AF.
Why are you trying to be?
He's gooching out.
Harder than Mike Tyson and Cejudo here? Yeah. What? What are you, dickhead? You're the worst. Schultz was the Chud Gooch here. Chud Gooch.
Chud Gooch.
Chud Gooch.
Nobody wants to be Chud Gooch.
Because he is, it's that weird in between.
Like an NXT wrestler. Please welcome Chud Gooch.
Chud Gooch. So he's Chud Gooch, right? And it's
I offend you with my opinions?
It's one thing where, right, if you're a big, hard American football player, yeah, you can go toe-to-toe with a professional wrestler, even though they're meant to be the combat athlete. I can take that. If you're a chud comedian, you're like, it's pathetic. Absolutely, I've done it, I might as well say that. Absolutely pathetic energy from this arsehole. I couldn't stand him in this moment. Really, I was choking on my own rage here. I barely get this rage anymore. It's just completely mutated into apathy. You know, I mean, who cares? Stop being such a mark, you loser. That's what I've had a little thought to myself over the last however many years. That's fine. It's not the end of the world, is it? This guy boiled my piss last night. Like, Schultz is like, over the barricade. I kick your ass. I'll kick your ass as well. Who the fuck do you think you is? I'm Schultz. I'm the John Gooch, bitch. And he's trying to act so hard. I'm like, sit down. You're a chud comedian. Like, you know when you just cannot stand it? When people have this high opinion of themselves, it's like it's pure narcissism. It's literally, sit down. Who do you think you are? When he was gooching out, bro, I wanted to turn the goddamn thing off.
Simon Gooch, isn't he? That's who he is.
Simon Gooch. He looks like that.
He looks like Simon Gooch, and he's the Gooch. Simon Gooch.
Simon Gooch.
Pair of titties like a 60-year-old chud.
How you doing? Oh my god, I was enraged watching this. Like enraged.
Yeah. Oh, they all came across like total losers as well.
I just went, I don't like this.
Yeah. Like a net negative from the whole thing.
Yeah. The Schultz, every time he's on, it's awful, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, aye. Every one of them ones that features.
Triple H is a guy in it. He loves the Schultz.
He's one of them comedians, yeah, isn't he? That they have all the time.
The Netflix chud parade. They turn up for the big events and get like the best seats. Bump Shane McMahon into row 10.
I mean, that's probably the funniest thing Schultz has ever done in his life.
Sorry, Shane.
Shane still got it as well. That's the thing.
That's what Michael Cole told us.
In amongst all this, we see the two GMs. So Raw GM Adam Pearce and SmackDown GM. I actually can't remember what his name is.
It's Nick Aldis.
Thanks.
I must remember that.
The SmackDown GM is pissed, obviously, because of what happened on SmackDown. I.e., wait a second, Drew McIntyre suspended, but he did say can have anyone for War Games, and that's how
technicality.
Sneaky Paul Heyman's got through the loophole there. Heyman walks in, loves the posters, which he's both on for War Games and WrestleMania, of course. And he says, I'm sensing a bit of heat here. You're angry. But, what I did was perfectly legal.
Perfectly legal, Cole.
I've got great respect for both of you. But if you think me picking Drew McIntyre pissed you off, just wait until you see what I've got in store for you next. And I was like, oh my God, there it is. It's these Survivor Series binder. I love seeing it this time of year. Where's the binder when it's coming out? And he gives it to them and they look at it and it says Brock Lesnar's name.
If there's one thing, like the last couple of years of War Games builds have missed, it's excessive paperwork and administration. That's the fun bit of War Games, isn't it? Really,
yeah.
Before the double cage, double ring weapons bloodbath with separate cages that keep the talent in. Admin.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Raw was about admin for a few years though.
Yeah, quite a lot.
If I was going to War Games, I'd just have a sign that says binder. Yeah.
Honestly, man, when the boys arrived in this stupid little chudmobile and they all get out and Drew's still got like Friday's binder. He's so buzzing with it. It's got my name on it.
I assume, considering what we saw with Paul Heyman in NXT, by the way, I assume if you open that binder up, it is just an A4 piece of paper in the biggest text possible. It just says Brock Lesnar.
Could be asked to take the binder to NXT. Can I just do this on the phone?
Bloodline, thoughts?
They're such losers. Paul Heyman is such a
I hate
loser.
him, mate. I hate him. I dread to think the conversations he was having with Schultz.
Oh.
It's when they show the clip of him.
This is fake. I should be the hardest guy in a shoving match with the wrestlers. Like, I'm not being funny, right? I know this is probably overstating things. That's what's wrong with the world. People have these brains. Where it's like, you shouldn't be this pathetic. You really shouldn't. Like, who do you think you are?
Wayne Rooney did it better. Remember him and Wade Barrett?
Yeah.
Like, he hit him, but it wasn't like, that's why I'm going to kick your ass. It was like, Wade Barrett was like, who do you think you... Oh, bloody hell. And then it was like, you're lucky security's got involved here. Kick your ass. But no, if you'd have had, what was he called? Chud Gooch.
Chud Gooch. I bet he was like practicing, like, how do I come off like the toughest guy in this room before the oh God, honestly.
He's going to that place, the Gooch place.
I didn't think about this. Like we're explaining in detail a very bad example. Let's play out the best example. Sidge, could you possibly give us the reaction of one Big Show Paul White when Floyd Mayweather broke his nose in the most awesome version of this ever, please?
It was awesome.
It was incredible. Sheamus was like, please, 100-foot time. Stand back, please. Don't walk all the way over me in these really expensively assembled security guards. You look, you've got death in your eyes.
Best ever run that for Big Show.
Unbelievable.
It was amazing.
The match at 24's a piece of business.
Pulls the suit open. He's like, so 150 pounds down. He's like, it's great to be. I'm just really happy to be here. Broken nose. Like, I'll kill you, Floyd. Okay.
Yeah. That's what he should have been like all along.
Yeah.
No, New Year's baby's still good.
It's funny. Standing on the AEW stage, Jim Rock like legs. Jeff Jarrett, no slow pan. Dot shot.
Right.
Table in a pub, they need to put a beer mat under one side.
Really good next live show we do. We're going to have an impressions round now. Michael Sidgwick will play the role. Like stars in your eyes. Michael Sidgwick will play the role.
Do us a quiz. Like, who's this wrestler?
Like, who's that Pokemon?
Sidge, one more time for the white cap.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Oh, God.
And tonight, Michael, you're going to be the Big Show.
Took a hell of a bump on that car.
Yeah, I love that bump.
Over-delivered in the old Sega match. Did
Sega, why didn't you run that one back?
no
That's
more
class.
Walk it back in his gate.
What was it? And then was really glad that we got a conclusion to the epic feud that was the Big Show versus Kyle Fletcher.
When he's on that buggy, was it for the Rumble?
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
And then the Kenny Omega versus Don Callis feud. Done and dusted.
Right, Jackie Redmond's in the ring. She's going to interview Stephanie Vaquer, talk about what happened with her former best friend, Nikki Bella. But as she's making her entrance, you never guess who shows up. Nikki Bella jumps Stephanie from behind, chucks her into the video wall, and then cuts a promo saying, you know, Stephanie, I didn't come back to cheer on the sidelines. I definitely didn't come back to be your sidekick. I came back to take what's mine, and that's this division. So, Mamacita, thank you for reminding me who the hell I am.
Who the hell is she?
You will give me a match for that Women's World Championship, and not only that, but you will bow down to the woman who changed the entire industry. Nikki Bella. That's right. Comprende, Mamacita?
Doodles.
Yeah.
This was piss poor.
It was, wasn't it? I
Yeah.
couldn't decide if this was cut for time because it was all very abrupt and done and dusted and then match graphic and all of that. When there was, we've said there was an obvious line to deliver and more for Nikki Bella to be able to say about why she's done what she's done and all that. Like, which again made me think maybe this was cut for time. But what was pretty cool was
Not to make excuses for the maid.
but it wasn't acceptable really for the build to this.
Sometimes the Fed does stuff like that.
But you see, I thought the production choice of her being beaten up in her own smoke was pretty cool.
That was a good visual,
like she was kind of kicking her ass.
It's like they
She
watched
was-
Dynamite last week.
What's that?
Hangman Page and the
That was great too.
yeah.
They can both be great, Sidge.
Greatness echoes greatness.
It does, in a way. Yes. That's what I was thinking when I was watching this segment. No, that was really cool, getting beaten up in the smoke. And I was like, so is this how it was supposed to go? Because it did feel like it was just rushed out there and then, match made. Disappointing.
Flat. I like the visual effect. That was all right.
I think Ibu said flatter than a plate of piss
was it?
on X.
It was just, what the hell was this?
Yeah.
He just tweeted it, by the way, apropos of nothing. It just came up on my feed, and I was like, "Oh, and I click what that's about." And everyone was just.
It was the
Nikki
most
Bella
poorly performed, like incredibly produced, matter of fact WWE slop that I've seen in a minute.
Is there a problem with Nikki Bella's verbal delivery in that as a babyface, like too many people see her as insincere, and then it's like, well, it's a turn heel, and then your delivery is perfect for being a heel. But as a heel, it feels performative because people quite like Nikki Bella at this point. So she can't really. There's no one. I was going to say can't win, but
quite like her. I feel sorry for her. Me.
I feel sorry for her, I guess. But like, I mean, what I mean is that people like the Bellas are supremely popular. Like Total Bellas, Total Divas was enormous for WWE's female fan base. Their side projects historically do really well.
Yeah.
They've got reach, they've got audience appeal, all that kind of stuff.
Doesn't feel like they're coming to the buildings.
Maybe not. Yeah, maybe that is an issue. And as a result, there isn't one single version of Nikki Bella that seems to fit. Like, again, babyface, it feels like you're just waiting to turn heel. Turns heel, cuts a promo, feels a bit fake. Like, there's a middle ground that I don't think she's able to necessarily find with a promo style.
I just don't think she's very good. It's just that simple, really.
Yeah, she's not very good. I feel bad.
Business move past her.
That's something I'm obviously still fighting for some sort of Nikki Bella title. I don't know what it is. I'm rooting for this match to be good. And for Stephanie Vaquer to win, and that be that.
The best way Nikki Bella can be good is to do her job half incorrectly and lay it in too much.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, backstage, we have Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. They run into the Kabuki Warriors, and they want, obviously, the Kabuki Warriors want a fifth person for War Games, and Asuka tells Bayley, I'm willing to put everything in the past if you want to join our War Games team. Bayley laughs and says, no. Well, everything you did to me over the last 2 years, I'm not going to let that go. Asuka's not happy. She storms off. Kairi does the you can't see me before being yelled at, obviously. And Lyra's like, you know what? Bloody fair play, Bayley. Good work. High five. You're 5 years old, she says. Let's go, you idiot. She storms off. And Lyra's like, well, I do.
Somebody should explain to Lyra Valkyria the thing that she figured out 6 weeks ago, which is that there's two sides to Bayley's personality and she can't really be trusted in any single situation.
Yes. I get why people like her, and she is conveying a bit more personality, but like Lyra Valkyria's
and the
thing.
And the whole camera whole thing. Yeah.
This is your thing. Like the shit, like the incredulous.
What would it look like if Lyra Valkyria was incredulous about this, but she was also a Wimbledon match, so she's watching Centre Court. I just had that.
But she is the tennis match.
No,
she's not the umpire. She's a guest umpire.
You did just say what if she was a tennis match?
What if she was? I mean, that's another question we can answer. But yeah, she's at Centre Court and she's watching a match. How would that visually look?
WhatCulture Wrestling on YouTube.
40 love.
And she flies away. Roof's up, isn't it?
Yeah, good point.
Here's a twist. She was in the sky.
And when she's on NXT, she's the one character that understands Tatum Paxley perfectly. Like, yeah, she's weird, but she's fine. So there's evidence she can tolerate these people that have got a bit of a wacky side.
Oh, yeah.
That's a whole
I
deal.
caught up on NXT last night, by the way.
Good.
Yeah, obviously.
I mean, wasn't.
What did you two make of the old Blake Monroe interview?
Oh, abysmal.
Yeah, horrific is another word.
Don't kiss my ass, darling.
He probably already said that.
That's all I remember from it.
We did this bit as well. Not that we do bits, but
Yeah,
we did indulge ourselves this once where, because it's basically just being, a bit of Tony Storm. But like, they don't have the IP for all of it. So they're, chin up, knock us out, watch out for the boot. Now we could do, we could do stuff like that later on when we preview NXT wherever.
Good point, yeah.
When we preview NXT wherever you get your podcasts.
Yeah, all three of us.
No.
Oh, hang on, what's happening?
What's the bollocks that you come out with? Childcare needs. I've literally got childcare needs.
Oh.
Yeah, is that the you say when you use about that? You're
Playing
playing 2.5.
Four days. This bit could get funnier and funnier because every week it's never 5. So, what is it? Is it 4.5 or just 4 this week?
It's 2.5 days this week.
2.5 days. Wife and I's anniversary, and
He's got the
Days.
get accused of loving the Fed more than everything, and then love my wife a bit more for a second and get some instead.
I mean,
Geeks. Like, sick of it.
Speaking of and the gig, we were having a conversation. If you could travel back in time and do one thing, what would it be? Adam Wilbourn says, I can help the psyche of a nation. A very benevolent fella by telling Gaza to just commit to that. You get in the box and score that goal against Germany. And
Euro 96, yeah.
Euro 96. I've made my mind up, really, but, I'd probably do something philanthropic, obviously.
Charity work, don't like to talk about it.
Maybe for women. Hamflett, if he could go back in time and do anything, it would be attend Survivor Series 96 in person. That's the thing you would do in New York.
Yeah,
that's the thing you would do in New York City.
I'd be in New York
watch
City.
Survivor Series.
Heard it was different in the 90s, and I'd like to experience that. And Madison Square Garden when the like then versus what it looks like now.
Literally Survivor Series probably. I'm just watching. He's not intervening in any historical thing. He's just sat there in the garden.
Shorter aisle, isn't it? Like the doors of the skyscrapers. Okay. Get Brett and Austin and Sid and Sean in person.
And then you just stay. Well, presumably you're not then taking the time machine back. You could just stay in 90s Fed.
Is that an option?
Well, it's up to you.
Yeah. Yes, please.
Be a Fed head, like
just
traveling around.
And destroys the time machine.
Well, oh well. Could have told anybody about this, but secret dies with me.
Well, speaking of big moments in Madison Square Garden,
go back in time, tell the elite. Sign with the Fed. Tony's going to sign CM Punk, and it's all going to go wrong. See you later.
We'll want to go back to last Tuesday so we could watch NXT as it was happening for the first
time.
Yeah. Having to wait 6 days for it. Just wanted to be in on all the conversation.
Last time is now tournament round 1. It was Solo Sikoa against a mystery opponent, and it's Solo. Hey, anyone out there can get it? He's there saying, "Come on out." He's got Tola Tonga there with him, and well, who could have?
You can still join the MFTs, Sidge.
Yeah, that's the MFTs on SmackDown.
They're just so laid back and chill about everything.
Right. Is that why my microphone got buggered the other week?
No, we only came up with it yesterday. It was
Who did it then?
It's not us.
Yeah.
Sid, if you want to come over here with me, mate, it's safe.
Honestly, I'd love to.
Just come across whenever you want.
Maybe they're having a lot of similar fun on What Culture Gaming, wherever you get your podcasts. Maybe
they should tidy up after the fun.
But yeah, who could have called this one? Adam Nicholas.
I couldn't possibly say.
The surprise opponent was Dolph Ziggler.
I'm here to show my guy. I'm here to show my guy. Get out, suck it off.
Now you said he didn't get a pop. Have you watched this back?
I forgot to watch it back, but I definitely watched it once, and I didn't hear much.
He got a pop.
He definitely got a pop.
He got. It wasn't Road Warrior pop.
Maybe that was what I was.
So
looking
it goes
for.
the scale. Road Warrior. Brian Christopher, I'm really sorry.
No. There's a new scale, of course. Road Warrior, Brian Christopher,
Bobby Fit,
Bobby Roode on NXT. Yeah, that's right. Not bad.
And then like somewhere where they're like the underground track of the Time Way Metro, Johnny Gargano, 2022 to present.
Yeah.
Except when Candice LeRae takes a sick bump.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm in the middle, really. In
the
middle.
Maybe it was, so I was expecting like...
I mean, I've never heard Wade Barrett this happy to see anyone.
No.
He was buzzing.
Moira meant something. It was like it was a bit of validation for him.
That's exactly what I was thinking, because here's the man.
The Rock. He's doing it.
It's like doing that like NXT Season 1. Brad Maddox as GM.
If we've ever put...
Gimmick pay-per-views.
If we've ever put Dolph Ziggler over for his, frankly, bizarrely pointless career, it's for coining the Gratitude Era as a term for what it must have felt like to be in the locker room and just having to just step back when, I don't know, Road Dogg came back and wanted to punch some young wrestlers, or JBL was dishing out a clothesline or two. And I just thought he must have been at that curtain thinking, finally, like, it's my Gratitude Era. It's time for us lot to get the pops. And then he came out and he got a nice reaction. And then one of the first things he did, that kind of like cardinal sin, was like look at everybody and go like, come on, like that. And I thought, yeah, you didn't get what you want, did you? And Zack Ryder's reaction was a little bit tepid as well.
Tepid.
And then it's just like, so this era, the realization across their faces of, we're never going to get
Ryder, how do you know her? That's what they were all saying
That's what they were
in
thinking.
Albany, because they didn't really react.
Yeah. So I just, I'll concede it was a pop. I just... Like,
don't concede.
He looked like he wanted a bit more.
He looked like he was literally smashing himself in the face.
Yeah.
He was literally punching himself during the entrance.
I mean, I did like the turnbuckle bump that he took. And so
He was still on my take. That was the one thing I'll ever remember about this and thought was good.
Yeah.
It's like talking about every Dolph Ziggler match.
He did sort of play the hits. Drop kick, stinger splash, neck breaker. He smashed Solo off the announce desk and hit an elbow off the top when they get in. But big kick out from Solo. That takes us to a break. When we come back, Sikoa is in control, but Ziggler fights back. Leaping DDT. Famouser gets 2. Solo hits the spinning Solo for 2. He goes for the spike. Ziggler ducks it. Schoolboy 2 count. Zigzag, another 2 count. Fans were really into it at this point. Ziggler tunes up the band, but Sikoa blocks it. He does get hit with a super kick eventually, but Solo bounces back, shoves him off, and hits a Samoan spike, which we get a classic Dolph Ziggler sell from for the 1, 2, 3.
I will say I was invested because I wanted Solo to win. But, and like, by the way, this is all talking about the character of Dolph Ziggler. I have no beef with Nick Nemeth. He seems to have been like fairly balanced about his time as a pro wrestler, has done well out of it, and has got like I think a lot of people were probably laughing at him for like taking the TNA route, and I think he did a better job of legitimizing that than this annoying fighter brand WWE TNA thing has done. He was doing it before all of that, you know. So fair play to him, and doesn't seem as much of a mark for it all as Zack Ryder was. Maybe I'm wrong in that perception.
He wasn't a mark for it, really.
Nah, I never felt that much for Dolph Ziggler at the time. Phil Chambers was there in person to see him cash in. And I was thinking about this today. I wonder if he's, like, I love The Miz for the same reason, but they're of the same ilk, really. And I feel nothing for Dolph Ziggler particularly. So I didn't get a great deal out of this. And it's a bit of a self-own that Adam Page is like, Adam Page? Sorry, Busman Pierce has said, like, nobody's picked him yet. And it's like that allowed us to speculate on this massive star. But then on the flips, other than Adam Nicholas, of course, on the flip side of that, it's like, well, nobody's picked him because nobody wanted him.
Yeah. I watched this baffled, fully baffed. I just don't know. As well, I was like, what are we doing here? Please tell me. I do not know what we are doing here. Is there a single professional wrestler associated with WWE that this could all be for less? Surely the idea here is you want someone you haven't seen in a long old time and you've missed, or someone you had a real true affection for. I don't know what the story is here at all. Like, you had pretty useless feud with John Cena. So like, I get the connection. Like, he's in the John Cena tournament.
Everybody, we joked about this. It was like when he's going to get inducted into the Hall of Fame, how many wrestlers are going to be like posting a picture of their little interaction with like Elias being like, Mania, probably should be me.
Yeah, they're all going to use about who's going to induct, because the general reporting is Alvarez said that obviously Cena's going to be the headliner of the 2026 class.
It's John Cena. Everyone can call a shot for everything. Everyone's done something with him.
I mean, I've got the right answer, haven't I? Dwayne, obviously.
Rock will have that, thanks.
But it's just the more... I don't know. It's like, didn't Dolph Ziggler wrestle on main roster television in 2023? Certainly, he was in
NXT.
He was in NXT in 2023. Was it? Cage match that bitch for me, please.
2022. He beat Bron Breakker at Stand and Deliver and lost it on Raw.
Yeah.
So he might have been released.
2022.
Yeah. He'd done Dirty Dawg stuff before that with Bobby Roode.
Dirty Dawg.
I just find this whole thing baffling. He's come in to do a job. Fair enough. You're obviously not going to debut Jericho if he was available in this slot. Like, you can job Hendry out at Mania, but not against Solo Sikoa, you know? So I get it's got to be someone of this ilk. But the whole thing to me, I was just like, well, what we're doing here? I was watching this, what we're doing here. He's not been around. He's not been away that long. He was around way too long before that, doing next to nout for years for me to be like, oh, you know, he really got the short thrift, didn't he, Dolph Ziggler? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. If you want to be a main event and stop bumping around like an idiot, making everyone else look good for that many years, it's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you are that good at doing jobs, they will give you jobs to do, buddy.
You would get on a hype train then. No, I'm not saying you. The general you would get on a hype train for anybody you thought for a split second might be getting a push, because WWE was such an oppressive place.
Yeah, and he had good matches, and I was starved of them. So I got it for a while. It was never like, I'm never buying his T-shirt.
No.
I'm never gutted when he loses the big one. It's like, it's fine. It's like, I'll bargain. Dolph, maybe?
Yeah.
It's just like, and he comes out,
The quintessential cash-in many respects, because if the world stopped turning in that very moment, then nobody would have to think about what you do next. Which obviously was the world champion, but the moment itself was nice.
Yeah.
29th of May 2023 worked JD McDonough on Monday Night Raw.
And that was that.
Like, who would ever remember that? We've had to just do the data for it on Cage Match. So I was just like, oh, do people really care? This is quite performative. Also quite bleak. Like, just a reminder of, all right, he had an association with John Cena. It sucked ass. Oh, Zack Ryder, he's tenuously linked to John Cena because he was part of the worst storyline in 2012 where he got completely killed as a babyface character. It sucked ass. Sheamus, he's in the feud he's in the tournament to relive his old memories with John Cena, and he's teaming with him, all their precious memories. The finish and the title switch sucked ass.
It's the
Shinsuke Nakamura almost killed John Cena. It sucked ass. Yeah, like John Cena was involved in a lot of stuff that sucked ass, actually, which this tournament is reminding me when it exists to do the opposite.
It's the content thing, isn't it? The one dirty secret about the John Cena retirement tour.
Yeah, this is much better than the heel turn. Is it? I was like, what the are we doing here? Popping for Ziggles.
Nice to get Solo on Raw.
Well, exactly. I think he should win the whole tournament and retire John Cena.
What's Ziggler done? Like, he's done the TNA or whatever. He was crap in New Japan. Oh, God, they should have done more. Dolph Ziggler.
I'd love to know.
What is this, 2014?
I'd love to know the handshakes and
it's
smiles.
9 years ago.
Like, how's that going backstage? Like, is it Ryan Nemeth lawsuit against AEW and CM Punk still ongoing? Wouldn't mind.
I don't know about that.
Wouldn't mind seeing how those handshakes went down and there's some water under the bridge there and stuff in this. Wouldn't mind knowing.
Yeah, what does that look like?
Wouldn't mind doing a bit of knowing. But, not too much caring.
Not too much caring, not too much watching, but a bit of knowing. That'll be all right. All right for me.
So after this, before we get to the Alexa Bliss promo, we see a shot of the crowd. Stephanie McMahon's there. No shot of Shane, despite the fact he's there. Lin-Manuel Miranda was there. Aljamain Sterling from the UFC. And Lil Yachty, who was playing SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 on his PSP, which was... What culture gaming if you're a fan of that sort of thing?
Memory slop.
Dolph was probably on that, no. It was like the handshake man backstage. I know it's a bit early, fact fans. Just a gag. How long everyone was around back then.
What are you, 90s magazine writer?
No more bits, just gags.
Sorry, gang. I know the dates were out. We were just having fun here.
So Alexa Bliss comes out. Says she has
Corking bit of part of that, actually.
What do you always say? I love rat.
Love rat.
Love rat.
Steamy romp.
Boffins.
Boffins, yeah.
Boffins.
Bonked, senseless.
The Daily Star still like the boffins, don't they?
Yeah.
They'll go to boffins for quite a lot of quotes that they've made up.
Because
Definitely.
they want people to be fearful of
Information and science.
Yeah.
I think it was the Daily Star. I saw this in the shop yesterday. They've just mocked up. I think it's either the Star or the Mirror. They were just like, "What do you want to do for the front cover of the paper today?" Kelly Brook on the "Your Country Needs You" poster for "I'm a Celebrity." What? Okay, I was just like that. What the? Isn't there like big news going on in the world?
What's that?
Kelly Brook is in "I'm a Celebrity."
Yeah, but what's the paper?
In the Star or the Mirror, or one of them.
So it's like we need the cleavage to continue on a nightly basis.
I think
So
she
please
maybe
vote
does
her.
an article for them, like because they were like,
Oh, that
Kelly."
makes sense, yeah.
But I was just like, some poor bastards, like, what do you do your day? You know the infamous "Your Country Needs You" poster? Put Kelly Brook's face on it. Solid day's work, innit?
Can't really.
I mean, some of us
Stones
make
skis from our glass house skis over here.
some of us make thumbnails for a living, buddy. Kiss my ass.
So Alexa Bliss comes out. She says she hasn't heard back from Charlotte all weekend after she abandoned them on SmackDown, of course. So she's decided to come out and talk to her through the television. She knew that Charlotte was upset that they lost the tag titles, but they can get those back. It's harder to get back. It's trust. Everyone warned her not to trust Charlotte. But she ignored them.
Chuck gonna do?
Because she knew who Charlotte was on the inside. Yeah, she didn't watch it.
Getting wadded out the ass.
So what if you sleep with your sister?
I got him good.
See Raw last night, Kane? I got him. Wasn't no takeover again.
Bliss got her ass beat because Charlotte didn't like Rhea Ripley. Charlotte wasn't there when Bliss needed her best friend.
Say what?
Say what if you've never rode a beautiful tartan bike in your dumb, backless lives?
Say what if you've ever lost a WrestleMania? Couldn't be me. Could not be me.
Say what if you ain't invited to be SK Bones? That's correct, all of y'all.
So anyway, Alexa is interrupted by...
Say what if you're a mark? What? You know what I mean? A different thing.
You get a different
thing.
Can't help a shoot name, which is under. Based on the fact that my wife was referred to as Sarah Undertaker, actually that means my first name is The. And they explained that when I was kicking DDP's ass.
After which I kicked Canyon's ass.
We made sure to put them WCW losers out of business twice.
After which I kicked Chronic's ass.
Got them jobs, got them fired, actually. Did both.
Saw a clip on Instagram Reels of Canyon running around WCW
just
giving
cool.
everyone cutters.
Yeah.
Why did no one tell me about this? I'd have watched. I was like, this is great.
It's like actually, like, you know, dirty little secret love. Again, we've said this before. It's too mean-spirited, that awful era of WCW, to actually enjoy on a guilty pleasure watch nostalgia thing. He could craft a gag.
Yeah.
He could craft a gag, could old Vinny Roo.
It was...
When he does it to the camera, man, you just see the camera go
Yeah.
down.
2000 Nitro is perfect for TikTok because it is simply unwatchable as a 2-hour experience.
Yeah.
When somebody isolates a clip or a running bit or whatever, you think, maybe I should tune in next. No. Get away.
No.
So anyway, out comes Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend. Jax says, is a former friend of yours. I completely understand why Charlotte left you. Good one. They surround her, but out. Some of that. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky come out. But again, the numbers game is against the baby faces. Io and Rhea fight with the Kabuki Warriors. That leaves Bliss alone in the ring with Nia Jax and Lash
Resting
Legend.
bacon face.
I saw a great tweet about this. Someone
Resting bacon, did you say?
Someone tweeted, does Charlotte Flair know that wrestling's a work? Because she ran out with this kendo stick and just twatted the crap out of Paul.
Ran out with who? Call back.
Kendo stick. Nia Jax and Lash Legend until they got out of there. And there was a bit of a pop when Charlotte helps Bliss to her feet and hugs her. Io immediately goes, around Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, does Charlotte Flair know wrestling's a work because she completely corpsed in the middle of the ring on camera in Madison Square Garden when Io Sky did that to Rhea Ripley, and it's like, so this bit just paid off and she's friends again. I love her, but what the hell goes on in Charlotte Flair's mind?
She is the
weeks?
best.
I never know, man.
What are we supposed to take from this? Like, Friday was 3 days ago. All right, fine, I trust you. See it.
Yeah.
Is this it? Is that
We're getting on
that's
to,
squared away? We take
getting on to AJ Lee joining in a minute. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Yeah, good. But Charlotte Flair, she does what she wants.
Yeah, bit of pitied Alexa Bliss a little bit here.
Yeah.
Funny, but a bit of pity as well. Bit of conflicted.
Well, that brings us to...
Sorry. Can I have
Promo sucked ass.
Can I have a certain corner for this one, Sidge, about some sacred cows?
Don't hurt me. Sacrilege Corner.
I kind of continue to hate Io Sky in this role.
Wow.
I think the acting of that segment where she was trying to have divided loyalties, she did it as she was running to the ring. You know, I do this. As she was running.
This is your thing.
Like, the time to do that thing was immediately after WrestleMania when it was mega over, not when you're playing catch-up now. Like, I don't know, I find her acting still bad. And it wasn't just that 1 week.
That's just horrendous.
Yeah, sorry.
I need some time.
Like, the Super Friends business, I think it could be more
They're all
natural.
total geeks doing fake crap. Isn't it at the end of the day in this war game stuff?
Well, I know something that will cheer you both up, and that is time for this week's game of
Gooner comment of the week.
I didn't know you'd nicked that.
Yes.
Until you and Patterson downstairs got the jingle right, and I was like, "You watching the Raw review, Ewan?" And it just turned out he nicked it from Harry Hill's TV Bear.
I took influence. I don't nick things.
Greatness echoes greatness.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Thank you to Chris Morris.
And this is the news.
Yeah.
What was Harry Hill's segment?
I think they used it for different things, but mainly it was like TV highlight of the week. Yeah. So I started on one train of. We got 3 for this week, as always. Down to yourselves and the listeners and the viewers to decide which is the best or whatever we award. Because I found a couple of comments regarding Mercedes
Money.
winning her 13th belt this weekend. So I found a few comments about her, and then one I just couldn't ignore around Lola Vice. So we'll start with...
So you've been looking at lots of pictures of women for your
I've been
job.
doing all the research, yeah.
Come on, Serge. Lola Vice and Mercedes Money were both in this segment we just reviewed.
Yeah.
Why's that weird?
Just trying to cover all of female wrestling.
Just
bet you are,
just
you dirty
picturing
old
Wilbourn in the dark with just the laptop light on him and that mustache, looking at all them pictures.
Does that look like that?
Um,
Do you like the lips at all?
I don't like the sensation. That along the mustache or just the lips?
Just the lips generally.
Addict of goon.
Well,
What? Addict?
well,
It's like the IT guys speak. State of dark, like the worst people alive, like, Matt Hardy. Addict of goon. And yes, I have come again.
Do you want to try and complete this tweet?
Yeah, I'll nail it.
Mercedes obviously winning her 13th belt over the weekend. Addict of goon writes, I need to know.
The first challenger.
Good guess.
how I can become a belt.
Ooh, it's a great guess. Not right, though. Addict of Goon writes, I need to know what her asshole tastes like.
That's the winner, right?
Well,
you can't have peaked that early because you've got good comedic sensibilities. It cannot get worse than that.
That was my
Nothing to do
gateway.
with winning
'Cause
one
you
of the
should-
titles.
You should escalate it.
It's not related to a title
Because
defense.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
you've blown your load too early there. You cannot go too early. You know comedy. It cannot get filthier than that.
Well, it's not going to get filthier, but that was my gateway into this week, basically. On X. This isn't. Yeah, you're going to be repulsed by this. Not sure if I would ask her.
Is it still up on money?
This is still Mercedes, yeah.
I'm not sure if I would ask her out for a date because I know she's taken by the beast Mortos.
For a title shot, because she would win.
Good. Both wrong. Sorry about this.
No, you're not.
Writes, not sure if I would ask her to let me lick her tummy or have her flex until her shirt tears off of her body.
Tommy.
Tommy was the got.
Oh no.
And then, as I mentioned, I saw a picture of Lola
You
Vice.
saw it.
Just doing the research.
What does she look like on the picture?
She's sort of flexing, sort of glistening. Looks great. And Rock's goat. I'm not going to make you guess on this one.
Thanks.
Rock's goat simply wrote, Lola's abs are as hard as my cock is for her.
Oh, God.
And that's this week's Gooner comment of the week. Some good entries.
I think the first one wins.
Yeah, we've democratized it, but there's no point this week, is there? I mean, is there? Let us know. Comments.
Yeah, let us know.
What Addict of Goon should let you know if he finds out, or... Oh, you mean about like just, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
they confirmed here that
I think Alex McGee's going to follow through on much of the things he tweets.
I think he has some somber self-reflection multiple times a day.
Yeah.
Or things comes a little bit clear to him.
Yeah. It's probably like a second account and he's doing some perfectly normal job. You've said it before, Sid, they're out there and he gets caught on his dinner break on the wrong account and all hell breaks loose in his office. And
Do you ever do Gooner watch on how you commute home?
no.
I was like, I don't like actively go Gooner watching, but there's certain characters you see and I'm like, yeah, you're a Gooner. I can just tell. I work with one, for Christ's sake.
following this, we get confirmation that it is going to be Stephanie Vaquer against Nikki Bella at Survivor Series War Games. What do you make of that card now then? So Dom and Cena and then the 2 War Games. That looks set.
Yeah, it's done. I didn't love Cena Dom. We didn't really talk about that at the start. It wouldn't have been what I'd have chosen for Cena's Survivor Series. But then we were saying yesterday, I don't really know what else there is to do. The rematch. I'd quite like him to win, so maybe I do actually care about the result. I'd like him to take the IC title into the Gunther match. So they've got me
Cena,
there.
you mean?
Cena, yeah. So they've got me there, at least. Yeah, fine. Wouldn't do any more than 2 matches between the War Games.
Yeah. Then we got the women's IC title match. Becky Lynch versus Maxxine Dupri. Jessica Carter as the referee. Lynch not happy. In fact, she, not only did she get in Dupri's face during the introduction, she was getting into it with Jessica on the title belt. She's still arguing with the ref as the match starts. Dupri boots her for a nice early near fall. Lynch takes over, knocks Maxxine off the top rope, and they go to a break. When we come back, Maxxine fights back, clotheslines, roundhouse kick for 2. Dupri hits a fisherman suplex, starts looking like she's about to worm out, but she hit a leg drop for 2. Lynch targets Maxine's arm. Dupri fights back. Lynch lifted her out the corner, though, and hit a powerbomb. Tried an armbar, but Dupri bridged out of it and got a cradle for 2.
Of sorts.
Yeah. I did like Dupri.
Famous band, Cradle of Sorts.
Dupri got an ankle lock and grapevine the legs. And I was like, this match is over. But Lynch managed to get out of it, kicked Dupri in the arm again, hit a manhandle slam, but she was too close to the ropes. So Dupri gets her foot on there to break it up. Lynch hops up, gets in Jessica Carr's face, stops pushing her in. Jessica's like, get away from me. Worry about Maxxine Dupri. So Becky chucks Maxxine out of the ring and uses this as the referee is checking on Dupri on the outside to expose the top turnbuckle. When we hear the music of AJ Lee, she skips out to ringside. That distracts Becky Lynch, who turns around. Dupri hits a flying crossbody and pins Becky Lynch to become the new Intercontinental Champion. Dupri sprints out the ring, celebrates with AJ Lee. Fireworks go off, and Becky Lynch is pissed.
This was sort of my experience of Raw in a nutshell. Like, this match best sort of expressed that. I love the experience of her winning and the story paying off in quite a satisfying way. And like, there's a pop, Dolph Ziggler. Like, AJ Lee's like come back as expected, but like is the one that secretly trained Maxxine Dupri and all of this. Like, I really did enjoy the whole presentation of this, despite the match being comfortably the weakest of the bunch. Like, not full of botches, but with botches that were pronounced enough that, like, ruined it, broke the immersion, all that kind of thing, and had various little chapter points.
Pretty funny that she has one job and it's to be a bit rubbish, but game, and she was too rubbish.
Too rubbish, yeah. Like, various points where the crowd needed. We did talk about this on the preview yesterday. They need to care a little bit more about some of the details than they did. So I don't really believe the audience cared too much about Jessica Carr's involvement in Becky Lynch's recent problems with Maxxine Dupri. I don't think they necessarily picked up on a couple of the little details that Becky tried to put in about how she's underestimated Maxxine Dupri's submission counter game, which has been a bit of a theme. Like, and I didn't sense that the audience were there for the counters. The whole point of that is, like, the commentators were at various points screaming it, but the crowd can't hear that. They've got to have picked this up from the previous weeks, and I just didn't sense they were really there for it. But like, they were there for AJ Lee. They were there for the finish. This did have that proper, again, what we talked about yesterday. In Madison Square Garden, a champion's just been crowned that we didn't see coming. This is a pretty cool capital M moment, all that, which I'm in for. Like, love that. Really loved how it played out. We didn't see them going the whole way with it as well.
Yeah.
Like, wasn't sure quite how, like, knew a version of all this would happen, but hadn't visualized Maxxine Dupri holding the IC title and them getting that over the line ultimately. So yeah, I would rank it as a success in spite of itself, this one.
Yeah, no, broadly agree with that. Fair enough. I mean, she's had a moment to save her for her entire life at this point. For me, it was moment slop. I feel like they weren't really there for the match, and it all just feels more like a detached. Good on Becky Lynch for this selflessness and this pursuit of what she's trying to do. Adna didn't feel like an earned moment. It felt like moment slop, and the finish was stupid. And I don't like AJ Lee. And I'm starting to get... I think Becky Lynch is fantastic, right? You know that Friends episode where they're talking about there's no such thing as like a truly altruistic deed?
Yeah.
I'm starting to see that with Becky Lynch. Like, it's more about how can a match show an ass?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she's not realistically thinking she's going to elevate the career of Maxxine Dupri, who, by the way, like, even if I like the idea, in fair play, Big Nose did something interesting and unexpected. I've got to point out when he does this because it's so rare, unless it's thrust upon him by either Fate or Dwayne Johnson. He did it here. Fair. Well, my hands up. I can't deal with Maxxine Dupri, like, in terms of her actual individual performance and essence. Like a face, the facial expressions, the body language, the hulking up or the I believe in myself bit. I mean, I think she's absolutely hopeless. And I know that's the point, but it's too wacky for me. It is too wacky.
They have to tread very carefully. Yeah. I wouldn't keep the belt on her for a long time.
No.
The report that came out, which was no surprise, by the way, about they were never asked about that Women's United States title, and evidently anything good about it was because Chelsea Green refuses to take her material and not elevate it. And now she's got the belt back. Almost proof of that point. It was like, well, Julia got nothing out of that run. Less than nothing, because she's in a inferior position as to where she was 12 months ago in NXT.
Yeah.
Like, this, you can't have both. Chelsea Green is able, as a heel especially, to elevate that United States title, even if now it's out there that the company don't give a toss.
I'm seeing a double here. 4 honky-tonk mans.
Yeah, like you can't do both, even if this is the babyface equivalent of it. The best thing they could do is quickly realise that Maxxine Dupri is a flash in the pan as a wrestler. Sometimes that's all right, and try and get a heel over by having a, I don't know, like, after War Games, what if Flash Legend just beat her up and killed her?
Well, this is immediately who I thought of. There's a squasher.
There's a benefit from somebody winning.
Benefish.
A benefish. There's beneficiary of this title reign. But even that's a bit of a risk because...
Raquel maybe or something? I don't know. I'm trying to think of just like a big...
You should do it as soon as possible, I think. We witnessed peak last night, definitely. Nothing about this reign is going to improve upon last night.
No, never in a million years.
Thought of another thing, by the way. We were talking about how if they did the Survivor Series with Raw, SmackDown, NXT, you could have Blake Monroe win the middle card title women's match.
Yeah, we landed on the realization yesterday that the last time they did the Survivor Series with the NXT champion involved in the Raw versus SmackDown was strictly just to try and win a petty ratings battle with AEW.
Is it the only time?
It's the only time they've done it. Yeah,
of course.
Because we're losing handily. If they did it now, it would be like the ultimate NXT. Look at us, hey? Because the 3 champions would be CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and Ricky Saints. Like a Tony Football Derby.
Jay Cargill,
Blake
Monroe.
Yeah. Bunch of chat, just belt them all up at the same time just so you can do the Spite series.
Yeah. Lexus King could win the...
They'd stick one on him for the hell of it.
Yeah.
I'll skip ahead past the Gunther match just to talk about the AJ Lee Maxxine bit afterwards. This moment means all the hard work that Maxxine put in pays off. She's there with AJ Lee and Jackie Redmond. She wanted to beat one of the best of all time, prove that she belongs here, but it was all thanks to AJ Lee. AJ doesn't want any of the credit. She just hates bullies. She put Becky Lynch in her place. Maxxine goes to celebrate with the Alpha Academy. Jackie's like, you going to stick around? And she said, look, when I came back, it was just to help my husband out. But Becky Lynch lights a fire inside of her that she forgot she had.
Lights the farts at parties because it's funny.
She makes a real thing, so who knows? And there's Rhea Bloody Ripley who says, you got to stick into shit.
That's what she's doing War Games. Oh my God, she's going for the blowtorch. Yeah, fine. Becky Lynch and AJ Lee in the War Games match was where we thought this was going. And why not? It's a nice way to hide AJ Lee's limitations and build a bit more anticipation for the inevitable singles match. This is what
And you can skip from the cage down to the...
Yes, please.
Go in.
And then you go into the second ring.
I like when she went fishing.
Yeah. She's fishing.
She's fishing. I don't know what the she's doing. She looks like
She's good, and she said she's good, AJ Lee.
no, I really don't like her or rate her at all. It's like in T2 when his arms are like kind of swords.
Oh, yeah.
What was she thinking
What?
when she was doing that?
Oh, those work punches. I don't know.
I visually can't picture it now. It's you in that scenario
Yeah.
doing this.
What do you mean? CM Punk in the same house?
I'm just thinking the act. She skips the ring, does those punches. That's the AJ Lee act in my head
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, that's what she does.
Yeah, Sky puts spin on her head.
Yeah.
Bish, bash, bosh.
I'm pretty good all of a sudden this War Games. Fair play, right, Tony Khan for a change. Because come on. Like, they will not be able to compete with large elements of what we saw last Wednesday. And
Haven't seen it.
you never will. They have counter-programmed and they've got in there first. And I campaigned for this. Like, WWE doing it all year, funny. Like, and he's done it. He's got in there, he's like, have this, you f***ers. Like, I'm going to do all the things that you will never do in your double cage matches, and I'm going to do them first, and I'm going to do them in both divisions for the first time ever. Like, WWE used Evolution as a cynical counter-programming tactic, and AEW gets its first women's one, you could argue, for a cynical counter-programming tactic, and it's probably going to work. People are absolutely going to make those comparisons, and they've got a job on. WWE have got a job on with some of their biggest stars to compete with the two, like, blood and guts matches. It's good. More of this. Like, they can be dickheads, so can you. Go on Ariel Helwani and talk about it. Like, why would we out there by the time you're watching this?
Oh my God, what time is the interview?
It's maybe happening as people are watching this. They can finish watching this on YouTube and then get straight across and see what Tony Khan and Ariel Helwani are up to.
Yeah.
Talking about old tweets.
In amongst all this, we got the Last Time Is Now tournament, round one match between Gunther and Javon Evans. Great to see Gunther back in the ring. He obviously dominates Javon early on, patronises him. He puts him on the apron at one point and pats him on the head. So Javon smacked him and counted a few spots. And then Gunther, to take us to a break, kicked his head off and ripped his shirt off. Get down. We return from the break. There's a big drop kick by Javon Evans. But he misses another. Gunther gets him into a Boston Crab. Jesus Christ, is that a Y2J reference? Crowd certainly thought it.
The self-appointed clever wrestling fan who can spot these things, it's one of my least favorite things ever.
I know that.
Hey, it's like Y2J, huh? It's like that Y2J, huh? Y2J. Here's what I said. He says it's like Y2J.
And I turn around to him and I say,
Evans fights back. It's a super kick.
he's from Manhasset, not Canada.
He's
One of our own.
Let's get behind our boy here. Huh?
Ted Irvin's boy. Ever see the hockey? He's that Irvin's kid.
The Goon.
The Goon. He was going to be the Goon. I'm going to put him in hockey boots and make him wrestle because he can do both.
He can sing as well.
Yeah, he ain't a bad singer.
I'm a Judas in my mind. What a hit that was.
You'll find Fozzy in the hit parade. If you check the papers.
Gunther tried to powerbomb Javon Evans, but
You still print the Billboard Top 100, you will find Chris Jericho's son.
Evans rolls it over for two. It's a somersault kick. Crowd are getting into it at this point. Tried a suicide dive.
Renaissance man.
This was a
You
good
know, it
spot.
reminds me of that rocker from the 70s. David Bowie, but a wrestler and a singer. I didn't see no David Bowie matches at the Garden. Whatever. Must make Jericho better.
$5,000 on that jacket with lights. $5,000. Lights on him. Lights on a coat.
God, blows my goddamn mind.
Evans tried a suicide dive and Gunther caught him.
Steve Austin in the Rock. The same night. Who the else has done that, huh? Jesus Christ. Guy became a legend that night.
Not in catering, he didn't become no legend. It's just an unbelievable story. Business in the bin. We're belling up Jericho.
Yeah. That's unbelievable, that. It's good banner.
So Javon tried a suicide dive,
Got
but
locked out of the
Gunther...
hotel room and had to eat a takeaway pizza that was cold, didn't he?
That was funny, yeah.
Everyone else had left. You went around for the Jericho celebration. Where's all bang on?
See you later.
When he won the AEW title, was that one big rib on himself for what happened as a shoot?
Oh!
That's a nice bit, isn't it? There's nobody else around apart from Scorpio Sky, which itself became a great guy. AEW used to fight it, didn't it? Like the little guy in there. Like the whole thing was just, this was my actual life when I was holding both titles and there's nobody here. Everyone's getting the early flights out with Dodge. I'm sticking around for the main event of Vengeance. Austin's the first one out of there. He's in the ring.
Javon Evans tried a suicide dive. Gunther caught him and just chucked him into the side of the ring. I did like that spot to go to a break. When we come back, great near fall. Evans reversed a suplex into a stunner. Evans dived onto Gunther when he went to the outside, crossbody inside, and then hit a huge frog splash for 2. But then, as Evans tries to come off the top with a cutter, I think it was, Gunther just twatted him in the back, hit a suplex, powerbomb. Evans kicked out. Gunther gets the sleeper. Evans fights out of it, but then gets dragged back in and taps. Gunther advances.
I didn't think that was this good. This was that good, rather. I thought it was about Stars 3. Honestly, I had really high expectations for this. Gunther continues to just have good, not great matches for me. And it's been this case for a long ass time. If you look at the stuff he was putting out in 2022 and 2023, I think he's peaked. And it's weird because he ain't physically thrashed. He's had matches in WWE where they kind of let him hit as hard as he almost ever did. And you never lose, or you shouldn't lose, what Gunther has going for him. And that is this incredible, sharp mind to put these things together and to draw from a pretty narrow range of things, but put them in the right order and tweak them here and there. Like really understated, great wrestling mind, where he could do a match with just chops and it would still make it compelling. He's one of those. I don't know what happened to him, but I'm just pretty bored by him now. I don't get the whole, he was never good and he should never retire, John Cena, like these sports entertainment weirdos. You don't get that. He's actually quite great at it.
Yeah.
It's just in terms of the way he puts his matches together, I'm just increasingly unmoved. And I think that this match didn't feel like Javon Evans, like, Jesus Christ. I should have came out of this match given, how great Gunther is and how great Javon Evans could be, thinking promotional malpractice if this guy doesn't win the title in the next 3 years or whatever. Didn't get that feeling at all. I really didn't. He didn't feel undeniable. It'll never rank in that sort of pantheon of great breakthrough MSG performances, I don't think. I think this is a missed opportunity, pretty massive letdown. And I did promise to be fair, and here it is. Maybe the timing was wrong, because what this match badly lacked was that roof comes off. Oh, no. I thought it was about to witness history, a shock of a lifetime, that near fall. They could have built the match around that. It didn't happen. Felt quite matter of fact. Given this sort of like half-arsed Austin finish, if that. Didn't feel like this, Jesus Christ, stop, he's already dead match either. I reckon, because I think the timing to do this was wrong, because they had two things they wanted to do, and as a result, it felt like neither now nor summit. They wanted Gunther to be, well, Cena's in trouble, he's back, and he looks dominant. Maybe he should have killed someone like a Harmon Egger, a rank and file dude, in 2 minutes of like, Jesus Christ, Gunther's back and he means business. Maybe that was a better story. Maybe they should have, if they were going to do a Gunther versus Javon Evans match, do it at a different time. Like, I just think they can't tell the story of Gunther's back, watch out, John Cena, and oh my God, Javon Evans truly took Gunther to the limit. He's going to be a star. I think the timing was wrong to do the match.
I love this match in places, but I agree with Sidge completely on Javon Evans. I really, really wish they'd had this as the tournament final and they'd allowed Javon Evans in the early rounds to be so incredibly flashy that people who don't watch NXT but are aware of the name and are hearing the buzz.
This tournament sucks, bro.
It does. Like, get to see him for themselves in these early round matches where he completely outclasses main roster regulars. He beats The Miz and he beats Sheamus, Rusev, whatever. With the arsenal that we've seen out of Javon Evans on NXT, the stuff that's gotten him over, ultimately. Yeah. So you have, at this point, you've had him, like, pay off the investment that people have had in him from NXT, or if you've only just met him in these 2 matches, they immediately get him. So you've got this audience that's really united behind the Javon Evans project, and then Gunther quite brutally and cruelly cut him down to size in a tournament final to advance in the way that we all predicted he would, to wrestle John Cena and, again, create that idea of doom and threat around John Cena's last night. They've really leaned into the party atmosphere of John Cena's goodbye, and it's almost being done with that, like, yeah, but don't open that door. Gunther's behind it and he's going to spoil the party. Like, these 2 things are quite a nice study in contrast, but they're failing to deliver that because of this tournament being a bit of a failure itself. If the brackets were clear and if the potential pathways were clear, then you could always play with this contrast of John Cena, like, party, retirement, almost demob happy in his role as the wrestler. You need to get serious one more time because Gunther's going to kick your ass. And they've not really done that. It's all about, like, Zack Ryder and Dolph Ziggler and novelty stuff and whatever, you know. And for one night, they've tried to get serious with this Gunther character. And it's probably been the wrong match to do it because more people were excited about what they would see out of Javon Evans. I did like, but they even knew that, I sensed, in the agent of it, because I really enjoyed. I actually think Javon Evans was instructed / asked to hold back a bit here. I loved if you look at, like, his high spots in this match, it was the most basic stuff from his arsenal, but done in that way that almost nobody can. That skill he's got to hang in the air somehow, like, half second longer than everybody else with his bounce. Like, the dive was just Darby Allin does a dive, CM Punk says nobody should do the dive again.
No one should go over the top ropes like Javon.
Javon Evans should be the only one to be allowed, because how does he make it last longer than everybody else? You know, he does certain moves like that. There was no twist to it. There was no sort of, well, bloody hell. It was just the basic ones done, but in that way where so few wrestlers can do that. And I like that, because that felt like a kind of, here's a glimpse, stay tuned, there's more to come. Don't give it all away tonight because you're getting your ass beat by Gunther. So that, to me, was, like, quite smart agenting of the Javon Evans character. But I do agree with Sidge. I think there was lots to be excited about here, and they kind of only gave you one half of the story, which was Gunther's dominance. Did like his bin-bagged ring jacket and the return of his old theme in terms of a presentation of, like, a Gunther that maybe has reflected back and thought, was I getting sucked into the sports entertainment vortex a bit? Time to get serious, and I'm going to illustrate that. I thought that was I think those were character choices. Gunther's been off, injured, weakened, a loser, sort of for the first time, really, and this felt like a reset of his own design to be like, nope, I'm going to, sorry, you all enjoyed Javon Evans, tough, I'm Gunther, I beat him, and I beat him in the way that I beat people, and I'm going to continue to do that in this tournament. I'm going to do it to John Cena, and I'll do it to anybody else that comes my way. Like, that felt like a artistic choice as well that I quite enjoyed. Yeah, there was a better way to use Javon Evans in this tournament. This has not been a good tournament as a tournament.
That's sucked.
Like, it's not work.
Sucked.
I don't sense they've committed to it. Like, if they believed in it, you would have seen brackets. You would have been able to plot paths to the final, all that kind of thing. It's not happened. The tournament gets announced. Oh, Gunther's winning. And it's like, right, so we have to sit through a series of matches until we get to the conclusion we all knew was happening. Yeah. Very poor.
Then we got the AJ Lee, Rhea, Maxxine stuff. And just before the main event, we see Gangster Granny, of course, ringside. And then out comes...
What?
You see the Gangster Granny bit?
Yeah.
Was it skipped?
Ringside people, isn't it?
Yeah. Paul Heyman, 2 Bronnies, Logan Paul, they all come out. Drew follows. Heyman gets on the mic and says...
Such an arsehole, Paul Heyman. How thick do you think I am?
I've walked the Simone SWAT team, the Freebirds, Dangerous Alliance, and the Bloodline to the ring for the War Games. But this, apparently, is the greatest assembly of talent for War Games ever.
Yeah, until the next time he does it. Piss off, man. He's such a hack.
Human Bobby Fish button.
Yeah.
CM Punk comes out. The Usos come out. Cody Rhodes comes out. It's a bit of a moment where he's like, fist bump Punk, and Punk just doesn't realise. Quick. All kicks off, obviously. There's no
Fart up.
There's no
Becky
stare
Lynch
down or
like the
anything
fart
like
in the
that.
women's and a fart up in the men's.
Cody and Drew, Usos with the two Bronnies.
All them messes, farting asses.
Logan and Punk go at it in the ring. Punk bulldogs Logan, and then out comes Brock Lesnar. Runs down to the ring, squares up to Punk, suplexes him, sends Cody flying as well. And then show ends. Executive producers' names appear on the screen. Doesn't really work for us if we're not watching live, because here in the UK, like 3 minutes left.
Yeah, everywhere. It's Netflix.
Yeah. Brock Lesnar is standing tall. And then Roman Reigns' music hits.
Oh my God.
Out he comes as an amazing moment. Those two staring down. Reigns ducks a clothesline, nails Lesnar with a Superman punch. Security get involved. Bronson Reed uses this moment to jump Roman Reigns from behind. Sets up for a tsunami. Roman Reigns pops up. Superman punch to you. The NYPD then get involved and start separating people. Not Punk and Logan Paul. He's just choking them out with a kendo stick behind all of them. And it all calms down until
Oh my God.
Roman Reigns spears Bronson Reed and a member of the NYPD through the barricade to close out this show.
The police obviously don't watch Raw because they wouldn't be suddenly that barricade.
No.
This was the tits.
No, it wasn't. This is total moment slop.
Yeah.
It honestly, I understand there's shared history between each of the stars they've just added to the match to make it good, and they've not even, almost to their credit, they've not even had the pretense of making it make sense. They just had CM Punk hang the lantern, hang the lampshade over it, and go, Regal, come on, then it's obviously War Games, isn't it? Like, they've basically told you, who cares? It's this time of year, get involved. It's the assembly of these teams and all of this. It's almost like a Dragon Street Fight tier of stuff. Enjoy it. Yeah. Enjoy it. Yeah. Moment slop. What the hell does Roman Reigns care about any of this, really? Isn't it funny that he just turned up for this?
He said he wasn't going to see the Usos till Christmas, didn't he? So we need a storyline explanation. Like, had Punk made the call? Like, can we call it? Like, well,
They might get it afterwards.
Favors.
Yeah. I'll hold my hand.
Favors.
Favors. Oh, God, that
1-1.
absolutely electrifying, scintillating WrestleMania story.
Did you a solid last year?
Yeah.
Pay me back this year. That's all right. Like, this was hot in the building because how could it not be?
Moment slop. You'll never use that word, pamphlet.
I hate.
He finds it to be a slur against WWE fans.
Yeah, I do. I'm somewhere in the middle of both of you. I was not as high on it as you were. I was
Genuinely.
not as low as Sidgwick is to call it.
Don't say that word.
Let's refer to it as slop.
It's too far. It's not. It's offensive.
I attach it to the worst wankers on the internet who, not even Sidge, like not even Sidge.
Can't say that.
There are people with like I respect Sidge's taste in wrestling,
Thank you.
for I know it to be consistent. I hate some of the tastes of some people on the internet who like certain wrestling that I find to be absolutely boring. But if I called some of their faves sloppy, be like, he's never seen a match in his life. And it's like, you're a boring bitch with your tastes. Right? They're all Triple H Harley races to me.
Don't say that.
Like some of them, their favourites, not in a million, trillion, gazillion, billion years could get a reaction Jey Uso got, and they can show it up their fucking asses, right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about those people. But I don't like Brock Lesnar one bit in this product, and I think it impacts my enjoyment of all of it. I don't like him in the WrestleMania poster. I didn't like him in the WrestlePalooza build. He's bad at this. Like, he stands in the ring.
Seuss.
I will not like him with the goat. I would watch him.
Where's he
on
joined
the
AEW? What Kenny Omega was he?
That's very clever because I was referring to somebody different. I hate him. I really, really hate his presence. Like, and
suplex to Cody was pretty class.
Him. Like, what have they done? Bringing Brock Lesnar back. What have they done? Like, I thought at SummerSlam, I still think it now. This is I mean, it's not insane. It's not a surprise even. It's WWE. They're just going to make these calls.
Breaking news, WWE just sold its soul.
Yeah. You can't. But I just they didn't need this.
No.
We're long past the point where, you remember the old thing where it was a draw? Well, that was ages ago. It's not true anymore. And the matches aren't good. And the segments don't hit like they used to. And Paul Heyman doing the Brock Lesnar thing isn't as funny as it once was. And none of it is. And there's loads of the real life reasons why. Obviously, it's all tainted. But the performance
I really like that jumper.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good. It was from Hitman's Bar. Kind of my heaven, really. Fed on all the tellies. Yeah. Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Pink drinks. Yeah. The company of Adam Nicholas and Phil Chambers buying me the jumper because I ate 4 poutines in one day.
That's very good, that.
Yeah.
And the irony was that we were going to get him the stuff anyway. We just made him eat poutine as a pretense.
Yeah, it was your
we'd already agreed.
40th birthday, wasn't it? Yeah.
We already agreed, but it was like, I wonder if we can get him to do something. I wonder if we can get him to do something to go with that.
Bloody nightmare.
I'm terrible for you.
Hated eating those poutines.
Hated it. Absolutely hated it.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of a Cribs vibe to it actually as well, hasn't it? That's kind of a...
Well.
That's
Like what else does.
Here it goes. You want to see the
Cribs t-shirt.
There you go. I'll take Cribs for 500, please.
He ruins all of it. Genuinely, Brock Lesnar ruins my job. I kind of Roman Reigns come out and I was like, you and all. Like, them two. I never want to see them wrestle each other. I never want to see them two wrestle each other again. They beat that combination into the ground.
What is the combination here? Because on WrestleMania, they're all front and center in the marketing. And those adverts are so lame. Oh, you see the CM Punk one? Oh, he came off like the biggest asshole in the world.
They all do in this thing.
Oh, I know, it's awful. Like, but Punk in particular.
Punk and Cody should be the main event. And it's like, well, he's the best goodie. Well, neither of them apparently. These adverts.
So Punk's like this. He's like, everyone else here is, whatever. Not me. I'm a little bit too real.
That's pretty
basically what his part was in this.
Vegas is full of phony fakers.
Not me. I'm real. I'm the best in the goddamn world.
It's a bit CM Bacon, isn't it?
Yeah. They're all CM Bacon. So, like, Lesnar, Cody, Reigns, Punk are the four most prominent in this. Like, what's Lesnar doing? Is it Lesnar Punk?
Don't know. Hope not. Hope it's Punk and Cody. Otherwise, we go another however long till that happens.
Don't hurt me. Sacrilege Corner. The CM Punk Brock Lesnar match at SummerSlam 2013 is 5 stars until it goes 3 minutes too long. 3 minutes too long, I think. It gets, I'd say it's 23 minutes. At 18, I'm like vibrating when I watch that.
It's a long time since I watched it back, but even then on the night, I actually preferred Cena Bryan. Both amazing. But there was something I really loved about Cena Bryan. Had a hold on me in a way I didn't expect.
Yeah.
Cena was good. I think I was very much on my... Bryan and Punk can both thank John Cena, sir, for elevating them. I would have definitely been on that ticket at the time. Definitely. I used to love that one. I love CM Punk, but I was still like that in the forums. Cena's probably his career best opponent, right, guys? Especially at the Smojo fans. Especially. Straight in there with a quote. Forum quote. No, I think you find it's John Cena.
Think you'll find...
Well, actually, Samoa Joe fans. Now it's changed. I watched my hang-up page. I was like, Cena would be better.
I have a question for you. The Roman Reigns arm sleeve, was there any...
Roman Reigns arms brackets general. But, too small. What's going on there?
He WhatsApped... Can't say this.
Yeah.
He WhatsApped me...
Why not? We're just having fun here, right? Satire. That's what this podcast is.
WhatsApped me a picture of Chris Masters. This morning, next to DX going on, it's Roman and Gorilla. So your ultimate, like, what's going on there?
Yeah, why is that? What's going on with the arm sleeve? Why is left the t-shirt on? Come on.
I was going to be generous and say it doesn't really make sense. But you know, like when Wilbourn, you remember this, Daniel De Rossi, the footballer, wore one long arm sleeve to cover up all his tattoos because he felt like he wanted to respect the game, respect the business. And it was Madison Square Garden, and I wonder if there was something that, but it also might be something to do with maybe this.
Could have got a new tattoo, I suppose.
Maybe he's going to reveal it at the War Games. Cody's logo on his arm.
Yeah. Nobody would see that coming.
Nope.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's never mind on his arm. That's why he's wearing the t-shirt. The whole tribal thing's just been replaced by Cody Rhodes. American Nightmare. Stamps everywhere. He's pretty good, actually, this one.
Well, let us know your thoughts on that and everything we've discussed in the comment section below or on X at WhatCulture WWE. Well, actually, they can follow all four of us, sort of. You can follow Michael Hamflett at
Michael Hamflett on Cameo, or as Sidgwick pointed out, that might cost you money. So HamflettX@gmail as well. It's fine.
You can follow Michael Sidgwick at
M. Sidgwick.
Follow our producer Adam Nicholas at
It's Adam Nicholas.
And you can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE, as I said. Make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcast from, for daily wrestling podcasts. Me and Sidge will be back later on today to preview NXT.
No Hamflett. I don't know. Does that voice anything?
Gallagher Brothers, isn't it?
No, this has been the Raw Review. My thanks to Hamflett Sidgwick. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.